They shut down the whole.
That ain't worth no 4,000 viewers. That ain't worth no views. Okay, but my question is, are you gonna be ignorant when you go back to Japan?
Kick 2023.
You
was a
talking about
different
Kick?
website.
This ain't about Kick. This is about laws. Get this nigga right.
no,
Get this
that's
nigga
right.
right. All right, have a good
That's
night.
right.
Yeah, you have a
I
good
was
night.
about
Get
to-
the yeah.
I didn't know who he was.
Segment
till
over.
about 20 minutes
Goddamn.
ago.
What the?
All right, so Johnny Somali did an interview late last night on Kick, and he probably doesn't want you to see this because it is extremely embarrassing for him. The host goes by Das Gas Dom, and I'll tell you a little bit more about him in just a moment. But Johnny Somali thought he could appeal to this crowd, and it went terrible. Every single time Johnny Somali tried to rationalize his behavior, he would just get shut down. And eventually, he was booted off the panel. So without further ado, let's get started.
Oh my God! It's really the. Yo, I thought this was trolling. What the?
Oh my
No,
god.
Wait,
who's
Okay,
Johnny
no, it's actually Johnny Somali.
I just want to point out that the interview has been going on for about 5 seconds now, and Johnny Somali is already picking his nose. Not AI, not Photoshop, doing it right on the camera.
All right.
Yeah, nigga, I was one of the top kick streamers. Nigga, they took me off the platform. They banned me.
Yeah, we
was
definitely
running
planning to sue Kick. We're gonna sue Kick for all their assets for
Okay.
banning my client.
Nah, I can have you on. I can have
That's
you
what
on.
I'm
I can have
worried
you
about
on. This is a AI. This is AI Johnny Somali. All right, so I'm genuinely curious. The rules in
What's that,
Japan, like, are they as strict as people make them?
100%, bro. You can't even, bro. I swear to God, I was talking like this on Discord in the bus. They stopped the whole bus. It's like, shut the. Like, they don't play.
Yo, we're
What?
fucked. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
Japan
all right,
too?
the clips I seen of you, I'm not gonna lie, looked insane. Like niggas going up to you,
They're not
pressing
that
you.
bad.
Nah, they were that bad. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. That shit was bad. Like it was like literally doing karate moves on you, bro. Like you're a target in Japan.
And it's some of the most viral clips on Twitter on streaming in the last 2 years.
But my question
Kick
is,
cannot
is
handle,
it
they
worth
cannot
it?
handle
Like,
the chaos.
is the virality worth it? You know, like getting banned
It
in
was
Japan.
it was worth it when I was still on Kick. Now it's not worth it. Hell
Exactly.
no.
No, exactly what I'm saying. Like in the long run, do you think that shit is worth it?
At this point, no.
All right, so you can see that the host, Das Gas Dom, is making a whole lot more sense than Johnny and is a lot more rational. So I want to give you a little bit of context on who this guy is because I have seen him before. He did an interview with EDP445. Also, he is a rapper and his music's all right. Not too bad, to be honest. The one thing that I have an issue with is that it looks like he was doing street interviews at some point, and then he got offended because someone talked about his mother and he slapped the guy, even though he initiated the conversation. Let me show you the clip.
What's up, bro? Good. How you doing? Hey, I have a question. I know you're in the club right now or the bar. What is the naughtiest thing that you want to do for Christmas?
Your mom. Anal.
My mom. Why my mom?
I hurt you bad.
Nah. Chill. We ain't doing none of that. Chill. Hell nah. Come here. I don't play like that, bro.
What do you mean? I play like that.
I don't.
Mom.
All right. Well, you're not my mom. That's not what we doing. I'm gonna need you to apologize, bro. Respectfully.
Respectfully, I would like to be your stepdad.
Suck my. Nah, nigga. My mom. Come on, bro.
So yeah, that was his most questionable content. I think if you approach people on the street, you should at least have a sense of humor. You're kind of initiating conversation, so if you get roasted in return, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Anyways, the only reason why I'm showing you this is because I want you guys to get the whole picture on who this guy is before you form an opinion, but let's get back to the Johnny Somali interview.
Fuck.
Exactly, bro. So it's like one of those things. It's like, what can you do to better? You know, because you have a character, but what can you do to better yourself to prove that, you know?
I gotta reform. That's why I'm trying to give up on Kick. I just met Ice Poseidon, and then they told me like straight up, you gotta reform. Are they not letting you back on that platform? Like,
Nah, no
I caused
bullshit.
so much bad. I caused so much bad PR for Kick. Like, I was like, bro, you mentioned Kick streamer. Like, you mentioned the word Kick streamer. It's like you said the word. Like, they don't. People do not Kick streamers right now,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
in Asia. But
Damn.
I'm not even the worst one. Like, bro, look what Vitaly going through. Like, there's a lot of niggas crashing out on
The
stream.
Thailand shit. But he did some dumb shit. That into a fast food restaurant, started telling them to flip burgers.
That's
Like, that's
some
OD.
worse shit than I ever did. I know that's too much. I don't agree with that.
So I do want to point out that it is late at night and that Johnny Somali is whispering. I'm assuming that he's doing this and that Hank has no clue whatsoever, and that's why he's doing it at night. Right now, he is desperate for attention. He sounds like a lolcow. He's going to go on random panels and talk about how he's the most hated streamer on Kick. He basically sounds like DSP or LTG, where they always make themselves the victim. Now, he's on the panel with someone else, his lawyer, quote unquote. This is not a real lawyer, it's just a phony. And this phony is claiming that they will sue Kick for all their assets, which is laughable.
Anyways, I told my client he needs to be a villain. He's gonna be the biggest villain on, you know what I mean?
But like, is that the way
But
to
the
go?
thing is,
Really?
if
Oh,
I
that is
stay
the way
on
to
the
go.
villain arc, I'm not getting unbanned on Twitch. I'm not getting unbanned
Yeah,
on
see,
Kick.
look,
If I
don't be
stay a
like Boom
villain, I have
Gang.
to reform.
You got to be a
with
villain.
that mindset,
Don't be
you're
like
not
Boom
gonna
Gang.
get unbanned. You got to think you're gonna get unbanned.
No,
I have to
he's not
think
gonna
that.
get unbanned. He's not gonna get unbanned.
Realistically, you can get unbanned
You
on Kick
too.
if you reform.
Nah,
That's what
nah.
I said when I met him in Korea. But the reason they banned me because I went to Israel on Kick Live and I went to the wall. You know the Jewish wall?
Nah,
You know
I'm
what
not
that is?
familiar. I'm not familiar.
So they got a wall that they hump. The rabbis go to this wall and they hump it. It's like a holy wall. And I put a picture of Jeffrey Epstein. I put a picture of
Nah,
Adin Ross. And I put a picture of
That's
Harvey
why,
Weinstein.
like,
I know this
And I,
nigga.
and I said,
controversial is.
Eddie, give me a deal. I said, Eddie, give me a deal. I have 4,000 viewers live. They shut down the whole broadcast.
That ain't worth no 4,000 viewers. That ain't worth no views. Bro, Eddie seen that and he definitely didn't like that shit.
Eddie loved my little ass. It's just too much PR. Like he opened up Twitter and every Dexerto is kick streamer Johnny Somali for 2 years. They had to shut that shit down. But listen, from my inside sources, when I was still on Kick, half of the staff fucked with me, and half of the staff was like, we need to get me. So all it takes is one flip, you know? And that Israel trip, that was what flipped the switch. Fuck with the Jews.
Yeah, I mean that's 100% is over. But my question is, Japan, like, are you banned in Japan?
I'm banned. I'm banned until 2029, January 11th. I'm coming back, but come back soon.
Okay, but my question is, are you gonna be ignorant when you go back to Japan?
So ignorant is an interesting choice of word because Johnny Somali is not ignorant. He knows very well what he's doing and he's doing it with a purpose to get clout. That being said, Johnny Somali seems to think that he'll be able to go back to Japan in 2029. That's not happening. They banned him for 5 years. That doesn't mean they want to have him back, especially if they look at his recent behavior, see how long he was detained in Korea. There is absolutely nothing that forces them to accept him again.
No,
Yes.
I'm gonna reform. I'm gonna be okay. It depends. Am I gonna drink alcohol? Because like if I get drunk, then everything changes. I get a strong zero in my head. They got these little cans called Strong Zero, like 9% alcohol. They're like $1. That shit turned me to a demon.
Nah.
Bro, what
That
the
ain't
fuck?
it, B. That ain't it. You gonna go
And
back
I'm
and then
gonna
get
go
banned
with you.
even longer.
Are you going to Japan?
Yeah, I'm going to Japan. But like, I'm going on like, not on no like harassing, none of that shit. Cause I gotta respect the rules. Like I'm finna follow that shit. Cause I ain't trying to get banned in no Japan.
They made new rules
not-
now about streaming.
They're not, bro. Listen, ever since I went there, look, almost every restaurant, every business got a sign to say no streaming.
Damn.
You gonna have to do some outdoor content.
Shit.
No
Nature.
way.
Hey, on some Illuminati shit.
And Japanese Twitter, they gonna be calling the cops on you wherever you at. I'm gonna just be real with you.
Yeah.
So this guy intends to go to Japan and be respectful and actually act like a normal tourist, and Johnny Somali is proud that he ruined that for him. It just shows what kind of an asshole he really is, and he's really proud of his Johnny Somali effect, even though it will affect people that are not nuisance streamers.
What was your goal when you went to Japan?
What was my goal? It was just content. I was pulling views. This was the early days of Kick. This was 2023, bro. This is like what This was like early 2023, summer 2023. I think I was when I got arrested in Japan. It was September 2023. So this is a kick still was in the early days. So it was like the TOS didn't matter at that time,
Yeah, now I'm already
and the
knowing.
kick
Like,
staff. You know what I mean? Early 2023, like late
yeah, I
2023, when the
already
kick
know that
staff
shit
was
was.
fucking with me. Kick staff was bro. The only reason I got mad at Kick and ABC and a lot of these niggas that they switched up on me. When I had the clout and I was pulling the numbers on Kick, they was and then as soon as X and Dexerto switch on your ass and all these on YouTube, then you're a problem. You know what I mean? But they got
But my question is, do you think what you did
yeah,
was wrong in Japan?
I'll say this. I tried to bring them African American culture.
That is such a bullshit response. He's not trying to bring African American culture to Japan. He was there trying to just act like a total degenerate and tarnish the Somalian name. He admitted it just this week. Now, before we continue, I just want to ask you a favor. You have no clue how long these videos take to edit because this guy says the N-word every 2 seconds, and now the other guy kind of says the N-words every 2 seconds as well. So please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 100,000 and let's get back to the video.
I try to show them freedom.
Yeah,
Nigga, I
Hiroshima
ain't
and
gonna lie,
Nagasaki.
bro. You dead ass made the black community look bad.
Yeah,
My
I don't
nigga,
know
I
if
ain't
that's
gonna lie to you,
freedom. That's
nigga.
more like you were
Okay,
you
so
were trying to
what
clip
did I
for him. You were
do?
trying
You
to.
know what I got? Yes, I was trying to clip, but you know what I got in trouble for? I got in trouble for walking into a construction site. Okay, is
That's
that a
wait.
really a
That's
big
private.
crime?
That's private, right? That's off limits. Construction site is not usually to the public.
Okay, so but still, like, is that like some big crime like murder? Like, no, it's not really a big deal.
No, no,
Still,
I,
And
it's
the
still
I
other
a
ain't gonna
thing,
lie,
crime though.
nigga.
You can't compare the
and
two because it's still a crime.
I know, but and then the other thing was playing TTS and someone sent a TTS donation in a restaurant. Like that's
That's
it.
where you up because you already know how chat gonna be.
Oh, there you go. Oh, so you about to get banned on. You about to get banned. You can't leave my camera on.
Yeah, tough crowd, Johnny. He thought he was going to say, "Oh, I simply trespass on private property on a construction site. No problem." Well, no, it is illegal. And then he compares it to murder. That is such a stupid comparison. Yeah, obviously murder is much worse. But what you did is still illegal. It would be illegal in America and it was illegal in Japan. And that's why your dumbass got arrested.
Wait, huh?
Nah, I'm gonna take my camera off so you don't get banned.
Uh,
If I show
I'm
my
not.
face, yeah,
I'm not gonna
they might
lie.
test
Like,
me.
I seen the clips and I ain't gonna lie. It just looks ignorant, you know. Like it's not content. It's just clip form formality of content. And that shit does not benefit whatsoever.
No, but the thing is, you see that you're a streamer, so you know take clips out of
Oh yeah, hundred
context. Like if you
percent,
watch,
100%. That's why I'm
at my
asking.
bro,
Like, what was
I
your
had so
mindset
many good
going into it?
I had so many good moments in Japan. I had so many good times, so much good time with the locals, drinking, partying with them. We climbed Mount Fuji and almost died on live stream. We did a lot of fun shit. We traveled the whole country. Like we did a lot. Like
Forest,
oh yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of
We
good
went to
stuff.
the forest. Like we did content, but
Why would you go to
mean to
forest?
suicide
That's another
forest.
thing you shouldn't do. What the fuck?
Is this
That ain't
going
it.
to Japan?
Bro,
yeah,
okay,
we went
listen.
there
You can't
and
Yeah,
expect.
it's like
You
a
can't.
cycle.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this. Because I'm gonna be real.
yeah,
You
go ahead.
can't expect to go in a country at a forest and expect to say I don't know why I was banned, bro. Logan Paul did the
We
same
ain't
shit.
live. This is what we. I went to the forest. I took Logan Paul's picture. I drew a pentagram on it. I took the prime minister that got shot with a potato gun. I put a
Nigga, what are you
pentagram on
talking
that.
about?
I I'm telling you what I did on live stream. It was on the Japanese news.
Like I'm
So
about
hold on.
like I ain't gonna
So
lie.
you,
Like that's not
I
following
did
the
a demonic
rules.
ritual.
That's
wait,
not
wait,
Nigga,
following
but
the
wait.
rules. You gotta
but
respect
that
the
shit was
country's
content
rules if
on
you go
Kick,
into a
nigga.
country's
You have to
rules.
understand, Kick 2023
You
was a
talking
different
about
website.
kick? This ain't about kick. This about laws. You wasn't following them shit. You
Wait,
can't
wait. So
expect.
no,
You
no.
can't expect
Let me
not
get
to
this
get
straight.
kicked out if you're not following the rules.
This Dom guy is showing a surprising amount of maturity for a kick streamer. Let me just say that. Honestly, Somali doing the thing in the forest in Japan is just so ridiculous. He saw Logan Paul, he saw what it did to his reputation, and he said, "You know what? I'm going to do that too." Absolutely brain dead.
He
Let me
got lucky.
get
I just
this
had
straight
definitely got
or some
lucky.
shit.
Well,
All of a
Logan
sudden,
Paul streamed
all of
dead
a
bodies,
sudden,
so that's kind of different.
And
Dude.
he's banned for a reason.
Yeah, for streaming a dead body. There was no dead bodies on the stream, bro.
Well, you're lucky
It
it
doesn't
wasn't
matter,
because y'all would have
nigga.
been. There was.
And it would
I'm
have been
just telling
content,
you.
but yeah.
I'm just telling
No,
you.
it wouldn't
when
have. I don't know. What's y'all definition of content? But recording that or before or after, whatever it is, that's not content. How do I tell you?
we like to crash out, we like to chimp out, and so
I ain't
we
gonna lie.
like to
It's time to reform. That shit ain't it.
Yeah, I
I don't
told
know
you
what
we're
to
gonna be
tell
a
you.
villain. That's all,
I'm
bro. We're gonna be a villain, and we're gonna have crypto whales. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
these
When
Finding
I
niggas
us.
was
had
in listen, when I was in Japan, I met a rich Japanese businessman, and I told him, I'm Johnny Somali. He's like, of course, yeah, I know you. This like, who's the type? I asked him, like, should I become good? Like, and he said, no, to be more evil. A rich
more
Japanese will be more evil.
Yeah, Somali's always talking about this story about this Japanese man who told him to become more evil to make more money. It sounds fictional if you ask me, but one thing's for sure. The host was getting really fed up with Johnny Somali. It was pretty obvious that it was a waste of time and this guy's just a scumbag. So he was ready to drop him at any moment.
But think about it. Ever since I went to Israel and touched that holy wall, how famous have I became? Even? There's no don't know Johnny Somali. I sold my soul to the devil.
That's
Okay,
right.
Get this
Oh,
nigga right.
no.
Get this
That's
nigga
right.
right. All right, have a good
That's
night.
right.
Yeah, you have a
I
good
was
night.
about
Get
to-
the yeah.
I didn't know who he was.
Segment
until
over.
about 20 minutes
Goddamn.
ago.
What the?
Yo, this
Yeah,
nigga really
I ain't gonna
tryna
lie.
flip
Regardless, that shit is not it. That shit is not it. If it the only way he could bounce back on Kick is if he reforms. I ain't gonna lie. He just explained that he did not follow the rules in Japan, and that's what happens. Like, at the end of the day, bro, that's what's gonna happen. You can't go to a country and expect to act like an American. It's as simple as that.
Honestly, out of all the interviews I've seen on Johnny Somali, this is the best one. Usually it's just a massive amount of glazing, no hard-hitting questions. This one was a lot better. I'll leave the link to his Kick channel in the description. I think he did an amazing job. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I want to get to 100,000 subs, and we are getting there slowly but surely. Please continue to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.